Hi, you guys. I am back. So first of all, welcome back. Y'all, it's been a lot going on, and I cannot wait to finish editing this other video. First of all, I can't wait to finish going through what the hell I've been going through so I can share y'all, because it's a whole lot of. I've been speechless these days, but I'm gonna tell y'all all about it. Anyways, my birthday is in 2 weeks. Is it 2 weeks or 3 weeks? We have the technical difficulties. Okay?
We having we having technical difficulties.
1, 2, 3. My birthday is literally in 3 weeks, and I have my 30th birthday is in 3 weeks, and I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have nothing planned. I had no money. It's a lot going on. I'm getting ready to move, child. I don't know, but anyways, I feel like this is the perfect time to tell you all things that I've learned in my 20s before I turn 30. I'm about to turn 30. Just whew. If you would have told me at like 21, 22, all the things that life had planned for me before 30, I'd be like, ain't no fucking way, boy.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy. Boy, ain't no way, boy.
So we're ready for our special guest. She's ready. Round of applause, round of applause, round of applause, round of applause, round of applause. This is my friend Felicity.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, introduce yourself. Go ahead.
Okay. Hi, my name is Felicity. Oh, my eyebrows are a little strong, but
Mine too,
just for
bro.
you guys.
Low-key.
Just for you guys.
I was like, damn, you feel them motherfuckers in today? Bro. Fuck it. All right. First,
You go first.
let go of the timeline.
Oh
Babe.
yeah.
It's okay to have goals. It's okay to want to reach them, but let go of the timeline. You will get there. You will get there. You will get there.
Yep.
As long as you get there is what matters.
All right.
The journey is a journey. You cannot time the journey. What's the thing? If you want to make God laugh, tell him your plans.
Yes.
I thought I was going to be married, graduated, married, business, first baby by 25.
You better talk to her before I do, because I'm hurt her feelings.
I think that was a lot of us in grade school though. Like
Boy,
that shit sounded old.
That sounded amazing.
Like,
the timeline
you
is a
can't plan
joke.
it. You
The
can't
timeline
plan
is a
it.
joke, bro. Things happen,
Hell
things
yeah.
happen, things happen. As long as
Yeah.
you make it, cool. I didn't even graduate till like, I think it was 22.
I think
22?
it was. Yeah, I think it.
I think it was 23.
One or the other.
Low key about to be.
Because I know when you go
24
into
for real.
college, you like 18, 19. So it's like 22, 23.
Yeah, I was 23.
Yeah. You know what
And
I'm
I remember feeling old because it was kids graduating on time.
Yeah.
That was like 21.
And that's where it comes in. You can't align yourself with other people when you're going into things. You know what I'm saying? Even though things all have its start dates, that doesn't mean you're gonna finish at the same time at all. But at the end of the day, y'all got the same credentials. You're gonna
Facts.
So
There
it
people
really
like,
don't
oh, I
matter.
graduated at 22. Okay,
Yeah.
and I graduated at 23, baby. We're still
Yeah.
the same.
Exactly.
We still got the same degree.
Mm-hmm.
Listen,
In the
okay?
same place, taught. You know what I'm saying?
Same
It
place,
don't
same
make
everything.
sense. We go to all these different schools, and somehow we end up in the same workplace. And
When they try to tell you, oh, you need to go to a PWI, you need to go to Harvard, Stanford, you need to go to all these places, baby. We went to HBCUs.
yeah.
And we still ended up in the same space as these motherfuckers who went to Harvard, who went to
Let's talk
Stanford,
about
who
it.
went to Princeton, who went to...
Let's
Baby,
talk about
listen.
it.
It's there's no rules to this.
It's
Do
like-
you. Next point. Don't max out your credit cards. Baby,
The swipe is
listen.
real.
The swipe is the swipe
so
is real. Listen, we're all entitled to spend the money, whatever our limit is, right?
Yeah.
But when that interest hits, that shit feels worse than when you was depending on that $9.99 and Apple swiped out your account in the
yeah.
middle of the night.
Hell yeah.
Bro, owing the credit card is enough for them to add interest.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, yeah, I signed a contract, but you ain't had to show, the interest didn't have to show up the way that
Right.
it did. Like, no. Hold on. Listen, if you could leave a gap, depending on your limit,
Yeah.
at least like a $50 to $100 gap between what you're spending and the limit of your credit card, please do. Please do. Cause to hit your limit, like you maxed it out and then your interest hit, now you over the limit and you gotta pay the interest and then still pay it down.
Yeah.
That shit hurts.
Hell yeah.
And you could prevent yourself just by having some discipline.
It's the fact sometimes they be trying to do you a favor and go over the limit. Like, what you like?
I didn't ask you that, bro.
But I'm not gonna say no.
Bro, it's like I appreciate you, but at the same time, why they didn't have to get paid today.
No,
If they want to, they will.
That's very true.
That goes for anybody. If they wanted to, they will. We find all the excuses in the world to do a bunch of shit we have no business doing.
Not all.
We find
Not
ways
all.
to do anything that we want to do. So if they wanted to, they would. That goes for your mama. That goes for your spouse. That goes for your friends, your coworker, your boss, anybody. Like, and there's a difference between having the intention and not the resources versus people who are just like, no, I just, no.
Yeah.
They don't want to.
Because they would really find the time.
You didn't want to. You didn't want to. I mean, and especially like with your boss and coworker. I mean, we looked over what you were thinking, and we just feel as if this person, blah blah blah. They will send you on a roller coaster, loop the loop, when they already had somebody in mind the whole time. If they wanted to, they would.
Yeah.
It's like relationships. So you were like, I mean, he started off really good, and I know he has it in him to take me on dates, and I know he has it in him to buy me flowers. And then you sitting there arguing with this nigga every damn night, and he get a new person and get her flowers off day one, off the rip.
You've seen the efforts before, you know what that looked like. So why? I'm not gonna sit here and make excuses.
For real.
Crazy.
If they wanted
That's
to,
crazy.
they would. That's anybody. Learn what projection is and learn how to identify that shit. Because a lot of the things that you go through in life aren't even about you. It never had nothing to do with you in the first place. You just happen to be that scapegoat for most people. For example, if someone makes it seem like you're a bad friend, 9 times out of 10, and you're going to sit there and you're going to question yourself like, dang, like, did I really do that? Am I really a bad friend? Did I really like just completely miss the whole situation? Am I just being selfish? Blah blah blah. That person is projecting on you.
Yeah.
Like whenever which is another thing. This is another point. You need to know yourself. And granted, your whole 20s is your opportunity to learn yourself and know yourself. But the sooner you know yourself, the sooner people can't fucking play in your goddamn face. Okay? Because people are going to try you every single minute that they can. People are always going to try to tell you who you are. Right. And that's why it's important for you to know for a fact who you are and who you aren't.
Right.
What you like, what you don't like, what you're willing to accept, what you're not willing to accept. Your abilities and the things that you might, be lacking in, your strengths and your weaknesses type thing. Because people gonna always try you.
Yeah, for real.
Another thing that goes along with knowing yourself, when you know yourself, you learn how to advocate for yourself. Because the same thing when people are trying to play you, that goes for anybody. If you're still in college, the financial aid office gonna try you more than anybody, boy. Anybody. And you have to stand up and advocate for yourself. And they're like, oh, well, you need to fill this out. You need to fill that. I filled this out. You told me this. I filled that out. And it be like to the point where you got to call your mom like, Mom, they playing. And you know how it feels when like you trying to do something and it doesn't work. And then you call your mom and all of a sudden it's fixed. Yeah. Because they know how to maneuver in this life.
Yeah, somehow. It's like
they know know what to say. They know. And it's really just the fact that they're not going to let you sit there and play.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I said, like, you know what I'm saying? You have to get to the same energy that your parents got. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm capable of. I know what the goal is, what I'm trying to do. And you're not just going to tell me anything to just get me out of your face. Because I need something done. You're in this position to do it. Yeah. Do it. I did everything I need to do on my end. Do what you need to do on your end. Because people will tell you anything. Doctor's offices. They'll be like, oh, well, you need this maintenance and you just need to pay this. No. You have to be your own advocate. People will try to treat you any old kind of way. You have to be the one to learn how to stand up for yourself and say, no, I'm not doing this. I'm not going for it. I'm not standing for it. This is not how this is supposed to go. I'm not paying this. I'm not acting like that. Y'all not going to overlook me for this. The whole nine. That goes for anybody. School, your work, your coworkers, your spouse. Because, boy, people will try you before you even realize they're trying you.
Right. You definitely gotta set the tone when you first start addressing things too, because you start off trying to, accommodate them, be nice to them. They just take advantage of that and start talking in any old way. Now you change the mood.
Now you trying me. Now you trying me. That goes with friendships too. You will come along a lot of people who are very selfish and who will use you simply because they see that maybe you have more than them, or you have it better than them, or you look like you have it more together than them, and they will use everything that you have to offer for their benefit and leave you with nothing.
Right. Recognize that.
You have to recognize that. So you need to know yourself so that you could advocate for yourself, so that you could accept yourself and love yourself. Because when you love yourself, that whole little love, you got to love yourself, self-love. It's not about buying yourself flowers. It's about loving yourself enough to not let anybody treat you any old kind of way. It's about loving yourself it's loving yourself enough to know what's for you and what's not for you. And whatever's not for you is fine.
Exactly.
If everybody want to go to the club and you're not a club person, that's fine.
Right.
Stand on that. Like, I'm not a club person. I don't like the club. I actually like picnics, bitch. Okay. Go to therapy. You need to first of all, everybody's going through something. Matter of fact, everybody needs therapy. And I mean everybody. Everybody needs therapy. Everybody's going through something. Everybody needs an unbiased opinion for your thought process, if that makes sense. Or two, you just need a person who's unbiased for you to just talk to. Sometimes you don't have any person in your life that is willing to just sit there and let you vent. Sometimes therapy is just an opportunity for you to vent. And when you come to your own, sometimes you're going to come to your own conclusions as to how the situation happened, especially when you're outside of the situation. Because when you're currently in a situation, you strictly going off of emotion. There's no logic involved. You think there is, but there's not. There's not. So when you're able to go to a third party, an unbiased third party, and speak about a situation, especially when you have to sit there and explain, it kind of puts different things into perspective. So go to therapy. Men specifically, people in general, but men specifically, especially, y'all need to go to therapy.
I actually been hearing a lot of men saying they go to therapy.
I'm glad.
And it's off their own initiative. I'd be like, oh, okay, you're seeking help? No, woman didn't have to.
No, for real. Because it feels like that sometimes. I know people talk about it a lot, especially within our community as Black women who are dating Black men. Whoo, that is emotional. That is emotional labor, drama, and trauma sometimes. And it doesn't have to be that.
No.
We all want to stop fighting. Truly. Child. Y'all fighting shit. We fight. We all want to be able to relax and comfort and love. And if we all start to go through therapy and figure out things about ourselves and our triggers and our past and who we really are and how we communicate and our actual emotions and blah, blah, blah.
Hello?
Boy, we could progress. We could stop being caught in the conversation. Because at this point, we're caught in the conversation of everything. We could get out of the conversation and we could move faster towards the action. Boom, 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 boom. Oh. Don't wait till the morning to get the gas.
Oh, child, I almost did that yesterday.
That bro, that whole, I'm going to just wait till tomorrow. I'm going to just wait till tomorrow. I'm going to get up early and get gas and get breakfast before work.
Prioritize.
Find time. Next one, and this is very serious. I feel like every person I know has gone through some form of this. Learning how to establish boundaries. When stuff is fun, it's fun. But sooner or later, life is going to get real. And you're going to have to put yourself first. And when you have to start putting yourself first is when you're going to realize how selfish people really are, how used to using you people really are, and also who you are as a person. Because there's just going to be times where you need you for you. You won't have anything else to continue to give your family and your friends and your job. When you have nothing for yourself, you're going to, what's the word? You're going to come to a burnout. And you're going to see how a lot of people are, one, either ready for your change or accepting of your change. They're changing as well. And three, like people who take it personal. Mm-hmm. They take you changing as you switching it up on them, you being fake to them, you acting weird towards them, not realizing you're just going through something. You're going through some type of change. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have to come to a point to learn how to establish boundaries. And sometimes that's lonely. That whole process can be very lonely. Everybody has their alone season or time one way or another. And you come to a lot of revelations and you go through a lot of emotions and you come to a lot of like realizations. And one, it's normal. It's okay. But it's not easy.
Right.
You're going to feel bad, honestly. And you're going to want to double back on what you already know isn't good for you.
Right.
So one, establishing boundaries is one thing, but two, sticking to them is a whole nother thing. Like what works for you, what doesn't work for you. You might be able to go out with your friends. However, you might want to go home at 7. They might want to go home at 7 a.m. That's not you, and that's okay. Yeah, that goes with money as well. If you don't have the money to give, don't give it.
Know your bounds.
Know your
boundaries.
Know your bounds for real. Like, I know we all want to have the good heart and want to give people the benefit of the doubt, and you expect more from people, and you want to be that person that everybody can rely on, and sooner or later you're going to deplete yourself so bad where you have nothing to give. And when you have nothing to give, everybody's still going to be trying to get something. And when you have nothing, y'all took it all. Either I done gave it out already. I gave you my energy. I gave you my time. I gave you my house. I gave you my car. I gave you everything. I have nothing left for myself. And when you finally decide, okay, I have to establish boundaries. I have to be there. I'm being there for everybody else. I'm not being there for myself. You're going to come to that time. And when you do come to that time, you're going to realize who your real people are. Side note, this isn't even a point. Friend breaks are a thing. I don't care what nobody says. Friend breaks are a thing, and sometimes they are very necessary. If you do have friends that you're able to go through multiple phases in your life and they're still there for you regardless, and love and see every version of you and love every single version of you and support every certain version of you, love them down. Like, love them, understand how rare and important and appreciate them, because you are going to lose some friends. And not even that you wanted to, but y'all not gonna align anymore. Y'all gonna start to go down different paths. Y'all gonna start to see things very differently. Y'all gonna start to have different priorities, and that's okay. Sometimes you could separate, and if y'all happen to come back together one day, cool. But if not, understand that it doesn't have to be personal. It doesn't have to be like beef. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you just, at the end of the day, you always gotta do what's best for you. Another one is travel. And I know that's clearly my thing, but even if it doesn't have to be anything major. Nobody told you how to go to Guatemala, child. Like, nobody said you had to go to Australia and go to Africa. Get on the train. Go to the next city over. Like,
see something different.
See something different. Like, the way your mind opens up when you are in different environments is crazy. It's crazy. Like, and it could be very simple, but it just never crossed your mind because you were never in a place to think outside of your daily routine. Travel. Go places, meet people, like, do different experiences, different activities, and it don't gotta be extravagant, child.
They don't.
That's another thing with social media. You feel like every time you go somewhere, it has to be luxury. Like, no. I actually have the most fun when I spent the least amount of money. The most fun is in college when you're broke. It's that same mentality. Like, you go with what you have and you make the best with your situation. That's it.
Like, on a budget.
Yeah, but listen. I ain't saying I don't want to be back to those broke times, but if I could go back to those fun times, hell yeah. Where we had $10 and we piecing up, trying to like get the little margarita wing deals after class.
Oh,
you have trying to have girl.
You have your friend that just gets you in the front of the line, skip the whole time, never spend a
You
dime.
just know people like, bro. Homegirl said she over at Blue Cantina and like, bro,
said just cause a friend.
Yeah, but like we going to Peter Street after this. Like she already inside. She already sitting at the bar. She got a seat for us. It's already these niggas over there. They already, bro.
She know the
when you going through hard times, it ain't gonna always be the money that gets you out of it. It's gonna be your people. It's gonna be your people that helps you get out of it. It's gonna be the people that you know. So that's another thing. Always treat people with respect, no matter who it is. Like, you know, like I know a lot of people who get to a certain point and they start trying to flex on people. They like, you know, try to act like they better than somebody. One thing about life, it will humble you.
Oh yeah.
It will humble you. It will humble you every single time, sooner or later. It will humble you like no other boy, one way or another. So my last point is to kind of goes back to what we were saying. Enjoy where you are.
Yeah.
Right in this very moment. Accept the now. It might not always look cute. You're going to have your moments. You're going to be upset. You're going to cry. You're going to feel depressed. You're going to be wherever. But there really is beauty in the struggle. And I hate to say that. There really is beauty in the struggle. And there really is something good about where you are. You might not see it right now. But you will see it eventually when you're out of the situation, you're able to look back like, dang, while I was over there crying because I ain't have no job, I should have took them days off as free time to do whatever I want to do. Like, I could have been taking walks at the park, or I had free time to work out, or I could have went to the restaurant that I always been wanting to go to. Like, there's something good in everything, one way or another. One thing about struggling, you get creative.
Yeah. You
get very creative.
And it definitely molds you to know how to maneuver around those situations if it comes back around, you know? And it'll elevate over time to avoid those issues and stuff like that. And everything will fall in place.
Yeah, so it's kind of like, enjoy where you're at. You will be okay. If you just think about the worst days of your life that you was crying, thinking you didn't even know how you was going to get past it. Whole time now, you can't even remember that it happened because you passed that. You don't even remember how bad it was because you're past that already. It's okay. You made it through, and you're going to always make it through. It's going to always be okay. One where it doesn't feel like it in the moment because, boy, I'm dramatic. I'll be like, take me. He didn't even have to do all that. Wherever you're going to always make it through. Don't limit yourself on anything. Take those risks, good and bad, okay? Because you're never going to get the time back for one. You learn through experiences.
Take the experience when you can.
Take the experience when you can, because sometimes you won't be able to. I ain't going to lie. And like, you know, don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to be weird. Don't be afraid to be loud. I remember, girl, it's been so many times people have made me feel like it was bad to be loud. Like, I'm loud. I can be and then it's like those same people who made you feel bad for being loud, when you're quiet, they're like, why you so quiet? Like, do you? Yeah. Just do you. Do you, be you, love you, do what's best for you. It's all about you. Yeah. And that's the best advice that we could give.
It's not.
You'll be okay. Thanks for watching the full video, you guys. I really appreciate it. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe.
There you go.
Yeah. Sharing is caring. Each one teach one. So, comment below all the things that you guys have learned. We're never done learning, which sucks.
It's growth.
Yeah.
I need to learn some more things.
Yeah.
Maybe I just don't know.
Yeah.
You know, I'm stubborn. But,
so make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see y'all in the next video. You gotta want more for you. It is very rare that other people want more for you. You gotta want more for you. And you gotta know that if that looks different than what everybody else is doing, that's okay. What's for you is for you. If you're different than everybody else, that's fine. If you see things on a bigger spectrum than everybody else, that's fine. Don't let the opinions of others stop your growth and stunt your growth. Because I promise you, and it gets on my nerves because the things that older people told us that when we were younger sounded so stupid and cliche, but it's true. Yeah. Misery does love company. Misery loves company,
And
for real.
they'll stunt your growth.
They will hold you back.
Yeah.
You got to be your own advocate, which goes along with knowing yourself, loving yourself, advocating for yourself, following your intuition, doing what's best for you. You got to do what's good for you. It don't matter how it looks to nobody else. It don't matter what nobody thinks about it. It doesn't matter if somebody approves it for you. Do what works for you. As long as you're not harming anybody else, do what works for you. It might not look normal to everybody else. They might not see your vision, but God didn't give them your vision. And that's fine. That's okay. You can never be selfless enough for a selfish person. Meaning, no matter how much you give, there's always going to be someone who that was not enough for them. You could say yes every single time, and all they heard was that one no. You could sometimes you do need to do what's best for you. Sometimes you do need to be selfish. Sometimes you do need to advocate for yourself, stick up for yourself, stand your ground, do what's best for you. Keep your money, keep your car, quit that job. You like, oh, I don't want to quit the job. They gave me the opportunity, and no, fuck them people. Okay, a job is a job is a job. Do what's best for you. If they ain't paying enough, go find someone that's paying more. If they don't have the type of benefits that works for you, they don't have the flexibility that works for you. Whatever doesn't work for you, that's within your ability to change it, and it's okay. You don't have to feel bad for anything. You don't have to feel bad for doing what's best for you. And side note, because she said with your parents not being around, if you're grieving, you're gonna be okay. This is a side note, and I say this because I'm grieving. I know it probably doesn't look like it, and that's because grief comes in waves. It really, really does. And you're gonna have good days. You're gonna have bad days. You're gonna have time. The simplest stuff will make it a very bad day for you. The smallest things when you're grieving. 1, you're not alone. 2, you should probably go to therapy. 3, give yourself a lot of grace. A lot of grace, because grief, or to me, the emotions that come along with grief are something that you just can't control. Give yourself that grace, give yourself that room, give yourself that patience, and just know you're gonna be okay. And I hate to say that, because when you're going through something, people be like, oh, it's gonna be, you be like, no, it's not. Okay, no, it's not.
The actual matter is,
stop telling me that. No, I'm not okay. I'm not gonna be okay. I'm going through something, but you're gonna make it through, is what I could say. You're gonna make it through it. And sometimes you can't see the light, but the light is coming. It will come. This too shall pass.
Don't let your lowest moments,
Oh shoot,
take over.
No, for real. Ooh boy. Mental health is real.
Yeah.
Depression is real. Anxiety is real. Honor your feelings. Your feelings are always valid. Honor your feelings. Take the time to understand them, work through them, feel them for what they truly are. And whatever those feelings are, they're valid and it's okay. Work through them. And once again, you'll be okay.